Welcome to Love Them Knives. We're going to talk about the Olitans knife or Olitans knife, whatever it is. But I got this one. They contacted me through my Instagram direct messaging and said, would you take a look at this knife and, give us your feedback on it, that kind of thing. And so they sent it to me. It's a green micarta 14C28N. Where do they say that right there? Okay, and ambidextrous thumb studs. It looks like it's a kind of an axis lock type, slide bar, whatever you want to call it, lock type of knife. And it looks like, if you look at this knife, I don't know, you could put any kind of manufacturer name on here and it'd be okay, right? In the $58 range is where this is clicking out. It's got a nice plate here where you can flip from a left hand to a right hand, deep carry pocket, clip, etc. And the fit and the finish seems pretty good. I mean, just on quick inspection, I couldn't find anything the other day when I first got it. I was like, wow, this is pretty much could be anybody's. It feels good in the hand, and there it is. It's centered up, and there's no play in the detent. It's pretty solid lock up here. I don't find any fault with that. Got kind of a sheep's foot looking blade. And, oh yeah. In fact, I think, well, before I started the camera, I had to wipe it down because, I was using it the other day to open some boxes. And this is one of those ones where you probably, you don't care. I mean, you just carry it, use it, redheaded stepchild, all that kind of stuff, because it's not very expensive. And so it's a user, not a beauty queen, etc., etc. And why not, right? But it feels like a full-size knife, but it's not a full, I don't think it's a full 3.5-inch blade, but it's definitely bigger than a little 3 7. And there it goes. It is 3.3 inch at about 85 millimeters, and then 7.6 or 7 and 5/8 at 19.5 centimeters. So that's pretty much a full-size knife. This is as good as a full-size knife, pretty much. And contoured micarta handles. And you can get these. This is what they sent me right here, okay? They sent me this one. It's $58, right? It's called the King Penguin. Sorry, I didn't say anything about the actual name here. It's the G062. Actually, if you look at the box, it doesn't say King Penguin. It says AL-G062. So there it is. And that's the box. So, no, but when I clicked on the link they gave me, it said King Penguin, so there it is. King Penguin. It's nice to have a name. It really is. But you can get this in G10, and you can get it in carbon fiber, okay? And there's the disassembly, because this is all you're getting from me on this. That's all you're getting from me. As soon as I saw this, I go, no. Because then you got to put a plug like this in it to reassemble it, because it's really much like an axis lock, yes, which is very fiddly to get back together, unless you figured out your little plug thing where you can restack everything on there. It's not like a clutch lock, which is much easier. But here it is. It exploded with the nested liners, and of course they say ceramic? Yeah, captured ceramic bearings, of course, right, left, all this, G10, all that. Well, G10 handle, you get a G10 backspacer. Not on the micarta version, obviously. But here's your overall, like 3.34 inch blade and all that, right? Okay. And they're 3 millimeter thick blade. Okay. Hardness 60 plus or minus 1. And there's the rest of it. And they call it an axis lock. So they do. Okay, so, tip up, right hand or left hand carry. Feels good in the hand. It doesn't feel particularly heavy. 3 millimeter thick blade. And what do we got for, 3.26 ounces. Let's kick it over to grams at 92 and a half grams. So no, it's under 100 grams. And throw this over your contoured micarta handle at 0.52. Okay, I mean, it's enough to fill the hand. It's not too fat, but it's there to, to hold on to. 13.2 millimeters and 2.7. So they usually call it 3 millimeter when they go somewhere between 2.8 and 3.1. They usually call it 3. And it's a satin grind, etc. And I didn't feel any snags or grabs or anything on the edge. It looks like it's pretty well done. And as far as the plunge goes, let me look around the camera. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, so everything fit and finish. Obviously, you get a micarta backspacer when you're got a micarta scales. The screws are not overly overpowering. I mean, they could be a T8, but they're not. They're a T6, and probably also for that, it looks like. But, I mean, the setup for the pocket clip is very acceptable. And, of course, you've got the nested liners that stay out of the way, and they reinforce this and the lock mechanism. But, yes, what do you think? Yeah. I mean, the ergos are fine on it. I mean, it feels good in the hand. Now, how are you going to miss? It's very neutral here. And let's kick it over like this, and it feels good there. So, I mean, as far as grabbing you a knife, trying it out a different brand, just if you like doing that, living a little bit dangerously, investing $58. There's their cloth, microfiber, and here's the paperwork, right? So you can click in, and there's a warranty. It's not just a tool, it's a handshake, and we're proud about it. And there's your website, and there's all you could scan in and do. So you get the knife, you get the microfiber cloth, the paperwork, nice little box, it's decent. And you might want to try out their stuff, and I'll give you the links below. You might want to either go to their website, see what all they have to offer. And I haven't really perused their site to any great extent. And I do remember seeing them on Amazon, so maybe you can find it there if you're a Prime member and you get free shipping, that kind of thing. But yes, don't discount them. I think I saw maybe Neves or somebody else doing Olitans knife. So there you go. I'm not alone in doing that. But I think it's... It feels good. There's how many manufacturers over in China? Maybe less than you think. Maybe this is getting made by somebody you really think is hot stuff, and you didn't know that they were OEMing these. I mean, you just never know. And so when they start feeling the same because the machining is excellent and the fit and finish is pretty damn good, then all of a sudden you kind of feel like you've been there before. And there's jimping on the top here. They've thought it out pretty well. You got the cutaway in here, but it cuts really good. All right. I'll leave you to it, my friends. Olitans, that's the way I pronounce it at least. And see what you think. Might be something fun to try out, and just look at the different knives they have. I mean, you never know. You wouldn't know half of these companies that you already buy knives from if you hadn't have given them a shot at some point in time. Take care, my friends, and stay sharp.